Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back, and I just wanted to come and run my mouth and talk about the mess. All right, y'all, let's go ahead and get into it. Mother Kenya, Kenya Samamoa, Queen Team Twirl. Uh, my girl is in a little bit of a mess, but we're gonna talk about it though. All right, so this is according to usmagazine.com. So Kenya Moore's hair spa accused of owing $44,000 in rent and fees. RHOA alums company denies claim. Now, in Kenya's defense, this is not really any tea. For the girls who don't really keep up with Kenya or watch her YouTube channel, Kenya already kind of pretty much let us know that some mess was about to go down. We tapped on this a few weeks ago. This is at the beginning. I can't remember if it was her first or second YouTube video, um, but I'm going to play the audio so you can hear her. So this is not news to some of us. For others, it might be. I knew something was going on when Kenya said what she said. All right, let's just get into it. So, former Real Housewives of Atlanta star Kenya Moore has been battling the landlord for her hair spa over alleged unpaid rent, which she adamantly denies Us Weekly can exclusively report. According to court documents obtained by Us, Moore's company, Moore Vision Media, is accused of owing nearly $44,000 in past due rent and other charges. The claims were made by Northland Chambly. Is it Chambly? Chambly or Chambly, the landlord for the reality star's business in Georgia. On Monday, July the 28th, the landlord demanded the court intervene and help them take possession of the property in question. It said it served Moore's company weeks ago, but the issue of possession of the property remains unresolved. The legal drama started back in April when the landlord sued Moore Vision Media Inc. Moore is the CEO of Moore Vision Media Inc., according to state records. The RHOA alum opened her hair spa in the community at an apartment building owned by the landlord. In the initial filing, the landlord accused Moore's company of owing $21,897.40 excuse me, in unpaid rent due from December 2024 to April 2024, $4,379.48 per month. Hold on, I just had a pop up. The complaint demanded $148 per day until Moore's company vacated the premises. Ooh, that's a lot of money, girl. Apartment charge. How much apartments charge now? I don't know. Thank God, God be on time paying my rent. But I think back in the day when I was a little late, it used to be like $10, right? I think at apartments it would be $10, and then I think up until I think the 10th, if you hadn't paid, that's when they can file. That's when they can start the eviction process. I can't remember. Anyways, so it's 148 per day until Moore's company vacated the premises. In addition, the suit asks for $5,909 in operating expenses, taxes, storage charges, utilities, and other fees. In June, a lawyer for Moore Vision Media denied the claims and filed a counterclaim against the landlord. The counterclaim accused the landlord of failing to pay money for tenant improvements as required by the contract. Moore's company said had to use its own funds to maintain, repair, rehabilitate, and improve the subject property to render the property usable and able to be occupied for its intended use under the party's lease. The lease agreement was submitted as evidence in the legal battle. One of the provisions of the deal read, landlord acknowledges the tenant occasionally permits filming at its location for the television production of Real Housewives of Atlanta. Landlord agrees that tenant may permit filming by the RHOA film crew solely within its premises. Per the agreement, Moore had to obtain approval for filming beforehand. In addition, the deal said the RHOA film crew may not stage its filming or set up its crew within or otherwise use or obstruct any common areas of the project without landlord's private approval, which approval shall not be unreasonably withheld, conditioned, or delayed, another provision read. Kenya's publicist Shannon Barr tells us Kenya Moore entered a commercial lease and invested over $300,000 to build out her luxury hair spa. The landlord agreed in writing and reimbursed Moore approximately $80,000 for tenant improvements, but failed to make payment. Barr added, as a result of the landlord's filing, Moore filed a countersuit. Despite the legal action, Moore remains hopeful the landlord will act in good faith and resolve the matter fairly and amicably. According to reports on July the 26th, Moore announced she had resigned. She had not signed. I'm sorry, girl, she ain't resigned. But, she had not signed for season 17 of Real Housewives of Atlanta. And then it just goes on to talk about girl bang bang and all that mess. I'll put the link to the article in the description box. I'm gonna go ahead and play the audio of Kenya talking in one of her videos, so you can hear how this information was pretty much already girl put out there by Kenya. Let's go ahead and play the audio.
People have been stalking the salon, okay? Kenya Moore Hair Spa is open. We do customers every single week. However, there have been some crazies that are reporting, oh, it looks abandoned, no one's coming in, we're not doing business. I just have one question. Why do you care? Is it your money? I spent the $300,000 to open this place, not you. So these trolls decide to try to ruin my business, leave 1-star reviews on Google. They've never set foot in the Kenya Moore Hair Salon, and it's really getting weird. If this business closes, I have other means of income. I have other businesses, and I have money. So what do you have? Time. That's what you have. A lot of time. I don't have the time. So I'm busy working, okay? I'm booked and busy. Whether you see people coming in here or not, it's still a place of business that I pay for. So if it's not your money and you're not paying my rent, why do you care? I understand the stalking nature of some of these predatory bloggers, not all bloggers, because sometimes it's just reporting what's happening. I get clicks, that makes the money. So I get that. I'm a business to them. And this is my business. And I will continue to do charity work and pay people's bills. The food you're eating now, I paid for it. The rent you pay because you don't own a house probably, it's just nonsense, okay? Literally, I saw a video of someone calling my salon, pranking my salon, and for what? Because I'm paying your bills? Because my money that I have, that I earn, because I'm self-made from the time I was 17 years old, I never had to get on my knees or on my back to make $1.
I know that's right.
Okay, I'm talented, I'm educated, I'm smart, and I'm driven, and I'm favored. So no matter what happens to this salon, I told you guys when I did the first confessionals, I had a dispute with the landlord. The landlord has not given me back my TIA, that's tenant improvement allowance. I was allotted $79,000 some $100 to improve this place.
You built a whole floor.
I built an entire second floor. I have not gotten a penny back from that. So if I'm not paying rent and they're not paying me TIA, we're at an impasse, so something has got to give. So whether that means I'm going to be in here next year, next month, next week, we'll see. So keep trying because I'm just going to climb regardless if I'm here or not. Thank you.
You know the real gag? Kenya over there, girl, to set up a whole studio. Girl, a whole YouTube studio, knowing damn well her and that man going back and forth about that property. Kenya said, baby, I'm gonna do you one better. I'm gonna do you one. Not only am I not gonna pay the money because you owe me some money. I'm gonna make this spa also into you a YouTube studio. Watch. Yeah. Kenya really got her black ass sitting in that studio. Girl, that's fine. Girl, doing hair, baby, doing hair and making videos. I said, I know that's right. You know, it is what it is. Hopefully everything can get worked out. Kenya did go down to the blogs, and this is also what she had to say. I forgot about this. Let me find it. So someone wrote, I thought you and the landlord are suing each other and they are trying to evict you. Can you please clarify? And then she responded and said, we had a dispute over unpaid improvement allowances. I paid, however, we're working it out. Thank you so much. So that's what she had to say. You know, I guess we'll see what happens. I'm sure that girl, the people will come out and let us know what the tea is. Shout out to Kenya. I mean, like I said, girl, to me this was nothing new. If you go back and watch when I reviewed the her YouTube show that day or video that day, and I was like, "Girl, sound like Kenya trying to tell us something. Girl, sound like she ain't gonna be in that spa too much longer, okay? Because she's trying to reading YouTubers and telling us how much money she got. Because she also kind of threw in that girl, if I'm here, if I'm here, I'm here. If I'm not, I'm not. And I was like, oh, so yeah, this is nothing that made me just go, ooh. It was kind of like, okay, girl. So, anyways, let's go ahead and move on and talk about Ochocinco wanted me. Ochocinco wanted me, and Shannon Sharpe getting sued.
Wanted me. Ochocinco wanted me.
You know, Shannon Sharpe and Chad Ochocinco. Shannon Sharpe, baby, you stay at the courthouse. You know, like I said last night on Twitter, we were saying in the comment section over here, it is just a mess that Shannon Sharpe was fired and that hoe retired. Y'all niggas ain't gonna never learn. Girl, how you get fired on your day off, Shannon? Shannon is out here getting fired and the hoe retired. I said, baby. Shannon was fired and Gabriella retired at the tender age of 21. Bitch, girl, brain ain't fully developed and said, baby, I'm retired. Baby, I said, get money, bitch. Get money. The whole game is vicious. All right, so listen to this. This is according to the Sun.com. Emotional distress. Shannon Sharpe sued for $20 million after ESPN star shamed woman over flirty video with Usher and wrongfully said husband left her. So, in court documents exclusively obtained by the U.S. Sun, the woman Jamalta. I'm gonna call her Keisha. I'm gonna call her Jay Tillman, is suing Sharpe as well as his nightcap co-host Chad Ochocinco Johnson in the podcast production company Shay Shay Media. Baby, Ochocinco wanted me. Ochocinco wanted me. Okay.
Cinco wanted me. Ochocinco wanted me.
The woman claims the host knowingly propagated a false narrative about her marital status in court papers. Sharpe, 57, just settled a $50 million lawsuit with a woman, girl, who accused him of the R word, and he was officially let go from his ESPN job on Wednesday. Girl, he got fired on his day off. Girl, and Tillman's complaint, she explained on April the 2nd, 2025. I participated in a fan engagement moment at a Usher Raymond concert where I interacted. Sorry, hold up. Where I interacted with the artist as a selected audience member. The interaction quickly went viral after fans noted the intensity between Tillman and Usher in the fan moment. Following this event, the defendants made and disseminated false and defamatory statements suggesting that I was married and that my husband was filing for divorce due to my participation in this audience experience. I am not married, nor am I currently going through a divorce. She went on to explain I was not married at the time of the fan participation moment during the Usher concert. Come on. Come on. The defendants' false narratives were shared widely across platforms, reaching millions of followers. Viral spread and refutation efforts, despite my clear and public reputation of the false narrative. The woman, who is a global director for the Harold Washington Cultural Center, said that she went on national media shows to refute the allegations from the ESPN First Take star that she was a married woman. Despite that, she alleged the defendants continued to post the defamatory content across her social media platforms. I made numerous efforts to contact the defendants to request the removal of this false narrative, but these requests were disregarded. The single mother added that the false statements have caused significant harm to my character and reputation. She further argued bitch, I'm not even mad at her. Girl, Keisha, bitch, get your money. Girl, he out here giving these white hoes, girl, 25 million. Girl, get your money, Keisha. Get as much as you can. Girl, shake it. Girl, shake the pocket. Shangle, wrangle, ring. Girl, shake him. Shake his purse. I want you to shake his purse. Shake Chad too. Sorry. Girl, you guilty by association. Shake him. Shake 'em, shake 'em, shake 'em. I wanna shake it off, oh, oh. Girl, shake it off, okay?
I'm just gonna shake, 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 shake. Shake, 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 shake it off. Shake, 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 shake.
Mariah Carey, Taylor Swift. The woman, I'm sorry. Girl, the woman, we already talked to, okay. Despite that she alleged the defendants continue to post defamatory content across their social media. Oh, I already read that part, sorry. Basically, she says, furthermore, the ongoing misinformation has resulted in emotional distress for the plaintiff, damaged her reputation, and adversely affected her personal and professional relationships. The Chicago native, who previously homeschooled daughter received her doctorate while still a teenager, is seeking $20 million in damages. The U.S. Sun has reached out to Sharpe's attorney for comment. In a conversation with the U.S. Sun, Tillman added, "We've been in communication with the legal team of Shay Shay Media, who was also representing Shannon Sharpe." Baby, Shannon, baby, you go bitch, at this point, baby, you go at this point, girl, you, baby, I don't know what's going on with Shannon, baby. Shannon, at this point, baby, I don't know what's going on. Baby, you're gonna be pissed poor broke. Talk about, girl, I date within my wage. Are you sure? Remember he said that? I date within my wage. Well, Gabriella dating in your wage now too, because quiet as is kept. Gabriella probably got more money than Shannon at this point. Baby, one thing that bitch is out there with her mama somewhere, probably like floating on somebody's yacht. Girl, taking shots, having a good time of her life. Baby retired at the tender age of 21, 22. Girl. They're looking to resolve this matter quickly and will probably have more to share upon our next conversation. Anyways, I'll put the link to the article in the description box so y'all can, catch up on the tea if y'all want to finish reading it. It is what it is, I hope Jay get her coin. She probably ain't gonna get no 20 million. Okay. She might get a few million. I could see between the two, them going in their pockets and giving her a few million. I don't know. Do y'all think, how much y'all think she might get? If she gets anything. Because at this point, baby, the way the shakedown is happening, baby, the shakedown is happening. Let me know what y'all think. All right, y'all, I'm gone. I will talk to y'all later. Have a good day. Bye, y'all. Oh my God. No, we're not gone. I know some of y'all don't really watch In Just Like That, but In Just Like That is like a spinoff. It's a spinoff from Sex in the City. Most of the characters returned to the spinoff except for Kim Cattrall's character, Samantha. She can't stand Sarah Jessica Parker. She can't stand that bitch. So Kim character didn't really return. She made like an appearance where they like were on the phone talking last season, and then this season they were texting on the phone. But for the most part, she didn't participate in the spinoff show. Again, I think it had to do with Kim not liking Sarah Jessica Parker at all. Well, and just like that, it has been announced that it will not be returning. This is the last season. I am so disappointed. The reviews of the show have been mixed. Some people absolutely hate the show, and then there are people like me who love the show. It was announced today. It's so crazy because one of the cousins got in the comments section probably about, I don't know, a month and a half ago and was like, "Y'all know this is the last season," and I was like, "Girl, I don't see this. Girl, it's not the last season, girl." So I don't know if it was, I don't know if it was an insider, somebody who worked for HBO Max. Girl, Sex in the City. I don't know, but baby, you were absolutely correct in what you said. I don't know how you knew that, because the showrunner said they didn't want to announce it. They'd already knew it was going to be the last season, but they didn't want to announce it. And so they did today. And so this is the last season of And Just Like That. And it really is really sad because I don't really review a lot of scripted shows. P Valley Girl. Don't even get me started on P Valley Girl. They shouldn't even come back. Yeah, they should. But I'm just saying, like, girl, P Valley and Just Like That. Is there another scripted show I review? I don't really, I don't really review a lot. So when I do see a scripted show, like for me to review it, I have to really, really like it. But I liked And Just Like That. I really, really did. It did have its moments. I'm not gonna lie. It had its moments where it's kind of like, girl, what's going on? Some of the characters, Can I say something? I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I do believe there are a group of people out there who just don't like the show because they just didn't like it. Like they just didn't like it. For whatever reason. It could have been because they, I don't know. I had already seen most of Sex in the City anyways. I went back and literally started from the beginning and watched all the seasons. Because when And Just Like That came back, I wanted to know all the characters and everything that's happened with the characters. So I watched all the seasons prior to season 3 coming back. The show changed its title from Sex in the City to And Just Like That because it was not going to be the same show. I think that was one of the main reasons of them changing the title, to let people know that this is not necessarily going to be the same show. Yes, it's going to have some of the same characters, right? But as far as being the same show, it won't be the same show. I think there were a group of people out there who did not like the show because they thought it was too woke. With them adding Black characters, them adding non-binary characters, adding LGBTQ characters, outside of Miranda. I think they felt like it was too woke. I think there are some people out there who just didn't like the show because they just didn't like the show. But I think there are some people who didn't like the show, not because they thought it was poorly written, not because it was because Samantha was missing. It was because, girl, y'all have really been vocal, not y'all, but people have really been vocal on social media about the show being too woke since season 1. I think they were just used to seeing white bitches on the screen run around and hoe in New York City. And now you got the Black girls and people of color and non-binary, and I think it just became too much for some of the viewers. I really honestly do believe that. And that's just based off of the comments. Not necessarily in my comment section on my YouTube channel, but comments on social media, whether it's Instagram or Twitter. I'm really disappointed. Like I really like love this show. I really, really did. Again, did it have its flaws? Of course. Were there moments where I was just like, okay, girl, whatever? Yes. But to the point where I just didn't think that, where I thought that it should end after season 3, no. I at least thought they had I was thinking about at least 2 or 3 more seasons. But yeah, it's over. And it really makes me sad. I really like these white bitches. I really, really did. Like, and I think what it is, girl, we finally, girl, can we just put it out on the table? Bitch, we got some white people to talk about, girl, who a fucking mess. Okay? And we gonna drag them and talk about them because y'all a mess. Anyways. Oh, poor And Just Like That. I hate this. I really do. Y'all do not know how, when I saw that hit the internet this morning, how devastated I was. Like, I really felt like, oh my God, my show is gone. Girl, I get tired of talking about love and hip hop. Okay? Girl, let's talk about some of these white hoes in New York. You know what I'm saying? And what they got going on. I love this show. I absolutely love the show. And I love the fact that, oh, you know what's so crazy? We were talking about this. Well, I was saying this some weeks ago, how I love that Nicole Ari Parker's character was like a rich black woman, right? She had a nice black family, nice, like it wasn't like they didn't have any problems. It was just good. You know how people get excited about the Cosby Show? It was just good to see a nice black family on TV who didn't really have any major issues. Like she probably had a little yang yang with her mother-in-law, But for the most part, they wasn't like I'm just gonna go ahead and say they wasn't ghetto and hood and gutter snipe and girl, they wasn't struggling, right? They had a little bit of coin, kids in private school. They still was black like this. Like I just loved her character, and I love the fact that they showed a black family on this show that didn't have to struggle. And it was just like, girl, they really didn't have any problems. Like, they really didn't. Besides, like, I think not Nicole, Lisa, that was her character. Lisa had like what is it called? When you lose a baby. I just went blank. I was about to say heaven baby. What is it called when you lose a baby? I cannot remember what it's called. Miscarriage. Yes. Like Lisa had a miscarriage. She had a little, back and forth with her mother-in-law. Um, but for the most part, it was like I said, they really didn't have any major issues. Their life wasn't just a struggle. It just wasn't. Girl, they had a gorgeous home. Girl, gorgeous kids, gorgeous family, doing good, living good, eating good, spending good. Like they were like a good family. And I just love the fact that they gave us something instead of giving us some black people who just was struggling and just got problems. You're like, girl, you know what I'm saying? I was really happy about that. So shout out to Sarah Jessica Parker and Michael Patrick King. I think that's his name, for giving us a black family who, like, girl, they good. Bitch, my man good, I'm good, our kids good. We living good, eating good, spending good, got a little bit of changalang. Anyways, my heart is broken. My heart is broken. All right, y'all, I'm gone. I'm about to go here and cry. Girl, I love this show. Y'all do not understand. Anyways. Oh my god, my show is gone. I'm about to go drink myself to sleep.